What's up, everybody? It's your guy Q, the movie collector here again. Back with another 4K video review again. I've got to really change it up. I got to change it up. But anywho, thanks to every last one of you guys for your amazing support. I gladly appreciate it. And if you like my videos, please subscribe, like, comment, please. I would definitely appreciate it. But anywho, so this is kind of like a continuation of the Tombstone 4K review that I did a few weeks back, and this is my second Western. This is my second Western. So a lot of people that are fans of the Westerns, take it easy on me, please. I'm still very much new to this, but I'm enjoying the ride. And that's the fascinating thing about being a physical media collector, is being able to dive into films that you've never seen before. And I look at it as a journey, whether I'm watching Italian horror films or, in this case, Westerns. So when this movie got announced, there had already been a 4K release of this from Kino Lorber. I didn't pick it up. I don't know why, but I didn't pick it up. And had this not have been announced and I've watched Tombstone, I probably would have picked up the Kino Lorber release of this. But safe to say, I'm really happy I got this version of it. And I'm talking about Sergio Leone's A Fistful of Dollars. Now, this is my first Eastwood Western. And I did pick up the Warner releases as well, but I haven't watched those yet. I think the only one I watched was Dirty Harry, but that's not a Western. But I did also pick up Pale Rider and Outlaw Josie Wales. But I picked this up because I know the significance of this trilogy of movies. Starting off, man, the first few minutes, you've got Clint Eastwood's character strolling into a town, and he's looking for a little bit of work to do. And his first entry into town, he gets greeted by some guys that pretty much shoot at him and his mule and scares his mule to run them off. And he goes to talk to one of the guys there in town, saying, it's dangerous, don't mess with those guys. And he's like, who's the main guy? Who's the main guy? He said, it's this guy. So that's I'll be right back. So then as he's walking, he's talking to the Undertaker, and he tells the Undertaker, you better get 3 coffins. And listen to me telling you all this stuff, and most of you guys who are familiar with Westerns already know what I'm talking about, but guys, excuse me, man, I'm really excited. So he goes back, he tells him, like, look, I don't like what you guys did to my mule. My mule don't appreciate you laughing at him like that. And sorry about the beeping. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But he ends up having a standoff with these guys. He pulls his gun out, and they have like a little standoff. He shoots all 4 of the guys pretty quick. And so then he ends up doing jobs for, I guess, the mayor, but then also, not mayor. Is it the mayor? No, the town sheriff or whatever it was. It was one of the families anyway. And then there's another gang of family members that he's doing jobs for them too. So he's trying to, make his ends, but also stay out in between it. But it was a great movie. It was a great movie. I enjoyed every minute of this, and I cannot wait to watch A Few Dollars More. I can't wait to watch The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, because everyone says that technically this is kind of like the weakest out of the 3 films, but they gradually get better as you watch the other ones. So I'm patiently waiting for A Few Dollars More, and then also The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. On doing my further research into after watching this movie, come to find out this movie didn't have the biggest budget. And but still, you know what they say about filmmakers. They got a good goal in mind. They're gonna make something happen with the small little amount of budget that they have. But Sergio Leone, I know from watching the special features and everything about this, that Clint Eastwood wasn't his first choice. He wanted to go after another guy that was in Rawhide with Clint Eastwood, because Clint Eastwood played like the good character, you know, in that show, and he wasn't widely known back then. And it wasn't until he took part in these movies that he became a superstar. But I'm excited. This is my first spaghetti western I've ever seen, man, and I really, really loved and enjoyed it. But I know Sergio Leone went on to do the other really good western that was made by Paramount. What is the name? Because I got it over there as well, and I plan on watching it at some point. But I want to get through these three first. I really want to get through these three first. But anywho, the movie came out in 1964. You know, from watching this, and I'll get into transfer later. We'll talk about that later. But let's get into the special features. But before we get into special features, anyway, let's talk about the presentation. Now, a lot of people aren't fans of the way that Arrow has been doing things lately. As far as, and I'll let you guys take a pause there and take a look at the features there. A lot of people aren't fans of how Arrow's been doing their chunky box releases. I want to say since, when did they start doing this? It's been almost 2 years, hasn't it? Almost. A lot of people aren't fans of how they've been doing their releases now, where they give you the slipcase over it. And I know there's been a lot of people making a lot of noise and racket about how the slip is one shade of color and this is one shade of color. But I will tell you this much: this doesn't bother me. This just doesn't bother me at all. I'm not nitpicky that way. I'm just not. But I think it's a whole lot better than having, you know, a piece of sticker here on the front and then having it overlap with a J card that just leaves flapping on the back. You know, I was never a fan of that, because I take the J card off, fold it up, slide it inside the box, because it won't go in cleanly like umbrella stuff does. But I like this. You know, and this is my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. It's not a fact that this is right or wrong, but I really like this. I really do. But anywho, you get a nice book full of stuff in it. If I can get that slide off. Get a nice book, as you'll see here. Nice booklet. Lots of essays in here. I haven't read too much into this. And I know my guy Chris, the bearded film guy, or how we like to call him, the bearded booklet guy. He always tells us we gotta read our books. So I'm definitely gonna read more and more into this, because since I've become a huge fan, you get a nice poster. Let's see if I can take this out, not really make this look bad on the video, because I don't really like folding these posters out. I like to keep them in good condition. So you've got the original theatrical poster here on the front, and then on the back here you've got the commissioned artwork. Or is this also another art? I'm not sure. No one's just certain. Don't quote me on that. And you also get the disc here, which I've already swapped it around for the theatrical poster look there. Now, Arrow, y'all did a beautiful thing with this release. You did something I'm really happy about. And I haven't seen anyone talk about this so far when they've done a video on this. We don't have any art cards. I'm happy about this. I'm very, very happy about this. Look, I'm one of the guys who tend to think, yeah, they're cool because it's some extra that comes along with the release. But at the end of the day, what am I going to do with them? I'm not going to do anything with them. And I'm sorry if I offend some people out there, but that's my opinion, man. I don't really care about art cards. I just don't. You know, I'm not all for the environment when it comes to stuff like that, but man, save the trees when it comes to that. Save the trees. Hashtag save the trees when it comes to art cards. And then also what they did with this too They did wraparound art. Look at that. They did wraparound art. They did wraparound art there. This is actually part of a really cool scene in the movie too. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that part of it. But anyway, Arrow loaded this bad boy down with a lot of special features. Let's start off with the 4K disc itself. You get a new 4K restoration from the original 2-perf Technoscope negative, presented in Dolby Vision HDR and HDR10, original English and Italian front and end titles, newly restored original lossless English and Italian mono audio, optional newly remixed lossless English and Italian DTS HD Master Audio 5.1. And then you also get a few commentaries as well. And then this too, which is the Blu-ray, which I will say this much to people who are not in the know. You see this here? That means it's it's a UK release, which also means it's region locked on the Blu-ray. So unless you have a Panasonic player or an unlocked 4K player or a region-free Blu-ray player like I do, you're not going to be able to experience this. Now, I have heard people say that even when you do the menu trick on the Panasonic players, it's still glitchy on that Blu-ray, so things may not play the way they should. So this is why I always advocate for people to tell them, hey, get your region-free player. You're unlocking a lot of potential to really get some movies that you couldn't watch before. But anyway, you get When It All Started, a newly filmed interview with film historian and critic Fabio Milani. Four Fingers, Four Picks, a newly filmed interview with guitarist Bruno Battisti da Mario. That's a really good feature because I believe he actually plays some of the songs from the film in it. You get Wind and Fire, a newly filmed interview with Morricone biographer Alessandro De Rosa. A Night at the Movies, a newly filmed interview with filmmaker Paolo Bianchini. A Fistful of Outtakes, highlights from the original rushes, the day the soundtrack changed, a new visual essay by musician and disc collector Lovely John, exploring the film's iconic score. And then you get a lot of archival stuff that has been pulled from the past releases, including one where you actually get one with Clint Eastwood where he talks about his history with this film in particular. But yeah, this is a very, very, very solid put together release. Now let's get into the transfers. Now the transfer, oh my gosh. I haven't seen the other ones, but again, like I always do with everything else, I go back and I watch the theatrical trailers with these movies. And the theatrical trailers actually show how the film looked back then. Let me tell you guys something. This looks fantastic. It looks phenomenal. And I will go as far as to say, I don't think I've seen one bad Clint Eastwood title that's come out this year in 4K that looks bad. They all look fantastic. Which has me more excited about the other two films because those other two films had a better budget. Anyway, when I watched this film, I watched it, since it was my first time, I watched it in the original mono. The mono sounded fantastic. It sounded really good. I'm going to give this a second watch again sometime really soon and use the 5.1. I did not watch the Italian soundtrack, but I did watch it with the English track. But yeah, it sounded great. It sounded great. Even if you're a mono person, it sounds fantastic. And the amount of work they went into preserving the audio was great. The transfer, again, the night scenes, oh my goodness, for as old as this movie is and what they did, those nighttime scenes look great. Everything in dark was great, but really what sets this film like ablaze are the daytime scenes. The daytime scenes look phenomenal. So it don't take a rocket scientist to tell you what I'm going to say about this. If it's available, pick this up now. Pick this up. If you don't want to go with the chunky box release, I'm pretty sure Arrow's going to put out a standard release of this. But yeah, I highly recommend this Western. I'm excited. I'm excited for the rest of them. What can I say? I'm excited. Bring me a few dollars more. Bring me the good, bad, and the ugly. I'm ready for it. I'm here for all those Westerns. But yeah, very, very solid release. And that concludes the video. So if you guys enjoyed yourself watching this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It means the world to me. If you can do that, I will gladly appreciate it. I can't stress it enough. But anyway, hope you guys have a good one, and thanks for watching. Peace.